We separated 4 times before we ended up getting divorced ultimately anyway.
Really? How far into the marriage was would you say the first separation?
2 years.
Because you were married for what, 13 years?
Yeah, 13.
And so 2 years in, there was a separation.
Yep.
And then you come back, and then it's another separation.
Yep.
Wow. So why not just break off? Why stick it out for 13 years?
For the kids.
Because it almost seemed as though the way that we're framing this, it kind of seems like an arranged marriage to an extent because of the kids.
Yeah. Listen, you're torn because I was never in love with their mother. I wasn't. They weren't made from love to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
And I said this before, and people got so mad that this obligation that just because you lay with somebody now, it's sort of an 18-year sentence of some kind, or beyond that, because it's forever.
Wow.
Okay.
It was a great
I didn't
interview. I watched half of it. It was too long. I had to go to
Man, it was good.
Yeah, it was good. I saw the whole thing.
Okay. What
And
do
the
you guys
sound
say?
was good.
I mean, I heard at the time his comments about referring to his older children as products of sin, and in conversation and context, I can understand what he is saying, but I can also understand why people reject it, because why say that publicly? I get it. You want to make your children from love, and when they're not, and the relationship is skewed with the mother, sometimes people find it difficult to treat their children that were made not from lust and not from love differently. And then maybe they don't know how to maneuver through that as the children grow up. But I don't know his personal business. That's just what I heard through the grapevine.
I think it's ideal.
That's literally what the interview is for, so you can know the personal business.
Yeah.
I know. Well, I'm saying like the depths of it. I didn't watch it in its entirety, but from what I saw on the show and what I've heard before and what I read before about that whole situation in regards to his son, his older children, his newer children, and his most recent marriage when he was all through the blogs. So
I don't think there's any problem with it. He's just saying it from his own perspective. Why can't he do that?
I think in an ideal world, it would be nice. In an ideal world, when you have children, they're made out of love. But I just don't think that's the world we live in. People do make mistakes. People, can get pregnant off a one night stand. Like people do crazy things all the time with people they don't necessarily love and just want to lay down with. So that's just not the world we live in. So I don't think you have to love the mother necessarily um if you have kids. But like if I feel like it's different if you're married and rather than like being baby mama, baby father type of thing.
But I thought that I understand when he said that I wasn't in love with the mother, but he seems like he has an anger towards his own kid because he came from the mother. Because I didn't understand when he said they were born out of love or sin or whatever. Why are you telling them that? But why can't you just keep that internally? Why are you being so blunt to let them know that? The kids. You want the kids to know that they're nothing.
Well, I
And
think this
that
was an interview. So like I think this is him finally saying his piece and like in regards to like everything that
but
was
his
going
peace
on
is
with his
but his peace
situation.
could be hurting his children. I guess that don't matter.
I mean, I think my only problem with and I saw the
I
video.
think
I
it's
actually
past
saw
that now.
both interviews. I saw the whole interview with Brian Baghdad and Anton, and I actually saw the interview with his first wife with I think she was on Tasha K. Saw that whole thing. I think my only problem is that he has multiple children with his first wife. So if you were not in love with your first wife and they got pregnant, okay, you married out of really obligation to do what's right, but it didn't stop with the first child. You had other children with her. So you continue to have and make other children to a person that you were never in love with. why would you do that? I think that's
think
my only
y'all, I think
problem.
y'all looking at it from the wrong lens. Y'all
Yeah,
talking about a man who he is 30 years later, 30 plus years later versus a person that was 20.
I agree with
And
Anton.
I don't think, and he never made any excuses. He never said that he was right about it.
He did it. No, he didn't. He definitely took accountability. He said that his
And
kids
he had
were
to pay
baby boy and
$23,000 a
I think
month.
all of that. Yeah.
And then he paid an additional $18,000 a month until they turned 23 years old.
So he has a right to not like his kids.
Well, no, the kids first, they threw him under the bus
Does
first.
he not like his kids? Does he not like his kids?
I think that's what y'all forgetting is that the
I think he
mother,
hates his kids.
the mother wrote a tell-all book that he said was false, and the children went on the internet and threw him under the bus after he supported them. And so at some point he was like, all right, listen, I'm tired of fucking being quiet. I'm gonna say what I want to say.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna tell the other side of it, not so that I'm right. He didn't see. Here's the beautiful thing about it. He never framed it like I'm right in everything. He never said that. He said, "Listen, this was my mistake when I was in my 20s. I should have not did this. I should have broke up earlier." She said that she was going to get an abortion when she first got pregnant when we was 20. She popped up and said, "Nope, I never got it." And so I decided to do the right thing and marry her. And so that was the whole thing of him saying it wasn't made in love. We was 20, we was in college, and she, I was going to sign my deal. After I got back from signing my deal, I looked at her and said, "Hey, I thought you wouldn't got an abortion." She said, "No, I ain't get it, even though we agreed on it." I don't think that that's crazy to tell the story of what happened, regardless of whether or not you
and to be angry
was right or wrong. He's
That's
telling
not
he's
crazy.
given the
I believe that. That's not crazy. But after that happened,
wasn't made in
he had
love.
another child.
I will tell you that the majority of y'all motherfuckers probably wasn't made in love.
Oh no. I don't know about them.
But you sat down and did it again. So she popped up pregnant. You thought she
half of these niggas don't even know their mamas in it. Half of y'all niggas. Half of y'all. It's a lot of people. Listen, let me tell you how little love. Because we all being hypocritical, not all of us, but a lot of us is being hypocritical. Let's keep it 100. Some of y'all don't even know who your real daddy is. Some of y'all probably can't even trace your lineage. So if we just gonna keep it 100, right? If we playing this game of semantics, like, oh, but you just shouldn't say it about what you was feeling when you was 20. Come on, man, get the fuck out of here. Like, everybody got all of this smoke. But today, we got more single mothers than ever before in the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, or the 2010s. And we sitting here having this conversation acting like everybody is above board.
You
Get the fuck out of here.
Because they don't value themselves, Anton. They don't value themselves. That's why they give it to anybody.
Let me tell you how it was back in the day, since everybody really want to go into it. A lot of times these motherfuckers married her to make her an honest woman. Y'all, half of these niggas out, man, I would say 75, 80% of people is busting it down for a real one, not out of love, just because y'all want y'all sexual liberation. Now everybody is above the shit. Bro, Planned Parenthood got more babies being flushed down the toilet every day than ever before, but y'all want to sit here and criticize this nigga for actually taking responsibility and marrying a woman that he wound up getting pregnant when he got her pregnant at 20. Y'all niggas is advocating for Planned Parenthood every day. And y'all sitting here talking shit about Brian McKnight.
I think Carmen was pointing out, if that woman trapped you in that manner and did something like that, gave her word.
The shit.
But we won't negate that, but I think she's pointing out, why would that person be trustworthy enough to impregnate again if I don't have that mistake and if I have that?
Why don't you ask the mother why she opened up her legs to him again?
But we're talking about Brian McKnight.
No. Let's be clear, because it takes two to make a baby. And so again, he's not skirting responsibility because he took care of them all the way up until they were almost 30. He never kicked them out of the house. Even when he was like, all right, listen, y'all fucking up. Y'all got 2 baby mamas. Y'all niggas is out here and out of control. You quit the tour and all of this shit. These niggas was almost fucking 30. How much more responsibility you want them to take?
Yeah.
He took care of his kids till they were almost 30.
And
What
then the
else you
whole
want
wedding
from it?
clip.
I want a nigga's soul.
And then the whole wedding clip with them actually talking about how happy they were as a family,
Yep.
and to have the girl come into the
Toasting and
family
all of that.
and raising the glass and they
Shit.
standing together. Like, I was just like, that's crazy that they was able to like make that type of speech at his wedding and then do all of this online. Like, that's mad crazy. Like,
I don't think anybody should have brought or anyone should bring their family issues
But-
online. But I think it's odd to have all
but
your people speak ill of you. But it is.
But it doesn't.
I just
It
feel like it's
doesn't.
not
It
that
doesn't.
odd
But
when
kids naturally.
the mother is
But kids
poisoning them.
naturally go to the woman's side. The kids, they didn't throw him under the bus because they don't like him. Even I'm married, and when I'm arguing with my wife, the kids go to her side. They always go to her side, and it makes me yell at all 3 of them. But that's what happened. So it's not like they threw him under the buses. They're innocent in this, believe it or not. But I know what he's saying
not as
about
adults.
30 years
Not
and
as
taking
adults.
kids. I
Not
know,
as
no, I
adults,
got
they're
that
not
part.
innocent.
That's some suckers. Yeah.
I mean,
Hey,
nobody-
this didn't happen. Listen, them trying to talk shit about him didn't happen while
I
they
got
was
you.
children. This shit happened while they were fully grown adults.
Yeah, you shouldn't be taking no sides.
That's different.
Yeah.
So were his kids upset with him because of the remark of they are?
His kids was upset with him because he cut him off and he wouldn't take care of them no more.
So it had nothing to do with
Cut him
the
off the
comment
teeth.
of my children are products of sin. Because I
No,
can see
words,
why
words,
that's
words
an
don't
issue.
do that
Most
much
of us
damage.
are products of sin. If you again got pregnant while you wasn't married, you're a product of sin. He
Yep.
come from the church. Y'all got to
That's
watch the
a fact.
full interview. He broke it down and he said, listen, in the church, if you have a child out of wedlock, then you are literally like removed from everything. Your parents is removed everything. You look down upon. You're no longer a prominent person of the community. Being raised in a church is different than looking at it from a worldly perspective. So that's the lens that he was coming from. That's the reason why he labeled it and spoke on it the way that he spoke on it.
I think that's
I
understandable.
think you should be married, but
Maybe
I'm not a church person, but I think you should be married.
I think he
I'm
said
not
it. I think he
into
said in
church.
an interview that his parents were part of the church, like the
Word.
it was part. They were part of the chorus.
Seventh-day
or
Adventist.
something. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't think that he was wrong for that. He did take accountability, but again, my only problem with it is that it's just this woman that
He
you
kept
married,
going
you
in.
made an honest woman out of her because that was the right thing to do in the church community. But then again, you came back and doubled up and impregnated her
No,
again.
he told the story to clarify all of the lies that was told against him.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like,
He never
lied.
he never skirted responsibility. I think that's the part that we missing.
He did overboard, actually.
He never said that he was
took
right.
full
He
accountability
never
and said
he never
everything he
skirted
needed to say.
responsibility. The only thing he said was, this is what the truth was.
So were people demanding accountability, or they just didn't understand in
They
context?
was calling him all
The
types
nature.
of ain't shit. They was running
Yep.
this man name through the mud.
crazy.
Like, anytime you see anything with like Brian McKnight on like pop culture, black media pop culture, like the Shade Room or anything like that, they dragging him through the mud. There is no one cares. Nobody. When I would see like the commentary, nobody cared about his side. Everybody was saying he ain't shit. He ain't shit. Oh,
Yep.
that black man disowning his black kids, talking about how he hate himself and
That's because
all
of
of this.
statement.
Well, they
Just
said they
because-
did the
Because
same
of the
thing.
lies
y'all.
that was
just
it's because of the lies that was told against him by
yeah,
his
like she
grown
wrote a whole
ass
book.
kids and his former ex-wife that got a percentage of his songs. And even after she got married, she kept that nigga's last name.
Yeah, like
It was
weird.
all of the stuff that was being said about him. And so when he has a right to also defend himself and tell the full truth and tell the whole story.
That's true.
Yeah, they've been running his name through the mud on social media for years, and like I don't, he's never really said anything. Like he's made posts on social media, and like try to like say his piece, but like never really in depth like told the story, and he told it from start to finish. Had his receipts, like that. I feel like the wedding video really like put it into perspective for me. Like it really put it into perspective. Like this was really his family. Like these were his kids, and like
Mhm.
these are
They were
vivid
his best
memories
man at
he
his wedding
have.
for the new wife.
Yeah, like
Yep.
these are vivid memories he have with his children, his grown children, and just for them to do like a whole like 180 on him, like just switch up because of the
Yeah.
moms, like that's crazy. And like
This is
I
why the
couldn't
gender war is
imagine
thriving. This is why the
I
gender
couldn't
war is thriving.
imagine having something like that happen to me. Like, like just the people you thought were like, right, really like your children. Like, I couldn't imagine my children just switching up on me. Like,
It happens more often than you think, Aaliyah. I got a homeboy who is a diabetic. He lost his legs, and he was taking care of his family with disability and everything like that. And his kids kind of turned their back on him. When the mom decided to leave, they went with her, and it took him a while to get over it, but he was finally happy about having his freedom. He's free now. They divorced and everything, but